Hi, it's Mary Allen with IT in Canada, and I'm here today at the Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Summit hosted by the Strategy Institute, speaking with Ben Marans, who's the Manager of Social Innovation and Transportation for the Toronto Atmospheric Fund. Ben, thanks for taking the time to speak with me today.
Pleasure.
Ben, you had some really interesting tools that you described in your presentation this morning. Can you outline what some of the major tools are and their uses for our readers?
Sure. The Toronto Atmospheric Fund is the City of Toronto's climate agency, where we are working with all sorts of partners in the city to help reduce greenhouse gas emissions. For the last several years, we've been working on electric vehicles and seeing how we can help integrate low carbon technologies into fleets. So we developed the FleetWise EV300 program, working with public and private fleets across the region to jointly procure, drive, charge, maintain, and evaluate electric vehicles. Some of the tools that we've developed to help mitigate the risk of adopting the new technology include Fleet Karma, as well as an evaluation calculator that looks at total cost of ownership.
Okay, and these tools are basically online platforms. And what else is part of the tool?
So, working with our partner, Cross Chasm Technologies, we developed a tool called Fleet Karma, which is an amazing innovation for fleets to better understand the real-world data from their vehicles. This is a small smart chip, car chip data logger that gets plugged into a vehicle. The vehicle is driven around for 2 to 3 weeks, and then it produces a customized report that says if you were to replace this conventional vehicle with one of 5 different EV options, this is your new energy consumption, fuel consumption, emissions profile, and it's also able to take that information and plug that into a total cost of ownership calculator.
And the total cost of ownership would take into account things like the cost of carbon or operational costs, which may be offset against capital expense.
Yeah, so we're keenly aware that electric vehicles are not going to be sold just on sticker price alone. When you compare a $15,000 vehicle with a $40,000 electric vehicle. So what we're really trying to do is help educate the decision makers, be it city councils, CFOs, boards of management, fleet managers, that on a total cost of ownership basis, so for the total amount of time that you will own and operate this vehicle, what is the actual business and environmental case for electric vehicles? And using these data loggers, we're able to provide them with some real-time data based on their current vehicle usage, and then provide some estimates on what it would be like to replace that vehicle with an electric.
You used a very interesting phrase this morning. You talked about risk mitigation and how this is an important stage in the process for a fleet, a city fleet, for example, who may be considering deployment of electric vehicles.
Absolutely. Fleets are they're the early adopters for new vehicle technologies, and we want to help support them by mitigating the risk of adopting this new technology. We're supporting data-driven decision-making, which is really key to help them understand when they use a vehicle, how they use a vehicle, what the real costs of that are, and how a low-emission alternative could meet their needs from both an environmental as well as a business standpoint.
Okay. And I understand you developed these tools in partnership with a Waterloo-based firm. What are your plans moving forward?
We were incredibly thrilled to work with Cross Chasm Technologies, which is a great company out of Waterloo, to co-develop this product. They were essentially able to beta test this with our fleet partners and have now developed a commercially available product for fleets as well as individuals. Our goal is to incubate a program, develop it, and then scale it up and look at some handoff partners that are able to then take this and deploy it across the Greater Toronto Area, across Ontario, across Canada, and help, again, to work with public and private fleets to better understand the business and environmental case for low-emission technologies.
Well, judging from the response you got to your conversation, you may be able to take this international as well. Best of luck with it, and thanks for your time.
Thank you.